Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's topic, I know if some of you guys have been catching up with my videos, and my main goal in this video is just to have conversations and talk to you guys and see if it's helpful. And today's topic is letting go. What do I mean about letting go? It's when you're trying to accomplish something or trying to get something, and you're trying every possible option to try to get this one thing that you want, but it's not working out. And it seems like the more you're trying, the less it happens, almost like you're working against yourself. That's what I mean about it's time to let go. And not necessarily let go of this thing that you want. It's much more like letting go of the situation. Maybe letting go of this mentality that you need to be in control of everything, and that if you completely stop, that it just won't work out, right? Letting go of that need to have full control of it, because it's not working, and the control that you have is still not working, right? And this is mainly if you've been going at it for a while, and I've been in that position recently, specifically in trying to find a remote job, and I've been just trying every possible outlet to try to find this remote job, and it's just not working out. And it doesn't mean I'm letting go of that dream of or that desire to find a role that's fully remote. It just means that I'm going to just let it go and kind of allow the magic to happen on its own. Because it's not the lack of trying, it's just the overly controlling aspect of it, And sometimes the best thing is to let go, right? Because there's only so much that we know currently of how things are going to play out in the future. And if we're always trying to control, there's no room for the future to happen in a way, in a way we're blocking ourselves because we're just stubborn about it. And that's when it's time to let go. So yeah, I think it's very important to know when you're in that position. And again, it's not about letting go of the dream. It's much more about letting things flow, allowing sort of the universe, or God, if you believe in God, or however way you see this higher power, or it's just the way life is in general, it's allowing the magic to happen. There's things that happen currently in our lives, I know in my experience, where I feel like, how did this happen? It's almost like a miracle, right? And I think it's allowing that, giving some space to the universe to kind of make some decisions, allow some of the things that the universe, God, does in our lives, and see it happen, Eventually, I think I will get this job that I want, right? Because I have faith that it's going to happen, and I think faith is a big part of it. And letting go of some of the tactics that I've been having to get this remote job, it's ultimately gonna help me. It's gonna allow me to see things clear, that if there's no air to breathe, there's no air for creativity, and I'm face down trying to figure out everything and how I'm going to get this remote job. It's not easy to get new ideas, it's almost like you're doing the same thing over and over, and it's just not working. You kind of have to pivot and kind of let go of what you've been doing, and and try something else. And letting go is a big part of that. Again, and I'm sure like you guys have experienced that, and some would say that like it's a good thing that you're like pushing and pushing towards a goal or a desire, and I somewhat agree with that. And like I said, this is much more for like if you're pushing and pushing and like things seem to just get worse, or like it seems like the desire you want is being even pushed further away from you, then I think that's it when it's time to let go. You know, I will argue that that's when it's time, and see what happens. Maybe it could be something different. You know, maybe I don't know if maybe there's something better that the universe is trying to give me, but I'm like stubborn and I want this one thing that I think that I want, and maybe it's being blocked because there's something better for me, right? And I need to be open for that. And I could see in a lot of different ways where this has kind of played out naturally in my life. For example, the way I started painting, it was I was at a point in my life where like I didn't know what I wanted to do. I've never painted and drawn before the age of like 22, you know, and it was a documentary of Netflix that got me into painting, and it all kind of happened magically, you know. It came out of nowhere, and it was just seeing this documentary and the way this artist just captivated me, you know, and was living a life that I felt that I would like to get close to, you know, and pursue this goal of like learning how to paint and draw and like get into this art world and just being creative, you know, creating this artwork. And it all happened magically. It wasn't something that I was just trying to figure out what to do with my life. I was in a moment in my life where I just didn't know what to do, and it happened. You know, it in a way like the universe made it happen. And that's what I'm going at. That's where I'm going towards now, when I feel like I'm very stuck and I just need to let go. And maybe it's where can you let go if there's areas in your life where you feel like you've been stuck for a while, and it's not a lack of trying, it's just things aren't working out. And maybe it's just letting go and allowing some magic to happen there is maybe the next step. But you guys know what to do if you're in that position or not. But yeah, I hope this video is helpful for you guys, and yeah, let's see what's the next topic for the next video. And if you have a topic that you would like to talk about, let me know. Shoot me a message. All right, guys. Peace.